Okay, I am recording this call for training purposes, and I have Patrick and Caroline and Austin in the room. Basically, what I want to do is I want to do a call flow and what the expectation from a technical standpoint from you, Patrick, as well as Caroline, okay? So you're aware we have Caroline doing what we call call routing right now. So she will be the first person to pick up a phone call from one of our customers looking for technical support. When she picks up the call, she's going to go through this script, right? And there's many flavors of how she can say these things. But the main points that she's doing is empathizing with the customer, right? Creating a ticket, getting somebody, which will be you in this example, and having empathy until she puts that person in contact with the technician. She's also going to do some probing, and she's going to ask questions about things. But at the end of the day, she's not a technical lead. I think that as she gets better, she will be able to recognize more of these things. But for right now, my main goal is that she speaks a very good conversation with the customer, creates the ticket, puts enough notes for you, and then lets you know real time that you have a customer on the line. So in order to do that, we're going to go through a flow, and I'm going to show you what that flow looks like. So, Caroline, you're going to be the customer, and Austin is going to be the customer.
And another thing, sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt, but another thing, she has to be aware of is obviously she's looking to have this conversation go as short as possible. She's not having,
Sure.
So, Caroline, you have to be aware of that. If you can get them on the phone and get them off the phone as soon as possible, that means you're doing a very good job at what you're doing. So just be aware of that too.
Absolutely. So Austin is going to be Austin from Motiva, and he's going to throw me a curveball during this conversation. I want you both to pay attention to the actual flow of the conversation. And thanks for calling Motiva. This is Walter. How can I help you?
Yes, good morning. My name is Austin. I'm calling from ABC Insurance. This is Walter.
Austin, how are you? Yes, this is Walter. How's everything with you?
Pretty good. But I came in my office this morning, and I just saw that the computer in my office, it's not turning on. The screen's not turning on. I believe the desktop isn't turning on. So can you help me?
Without a question, Austin. I apologize. I'm sorry to hear about your computer. So when did this start to happen?
I started this morning when I came in.
Oh, okay.
It's just not turning on.
Do you usually turn off your computer at night?
I believe we do for updates I do believe we shut it down. Yeah. Yes, we do.
Okay. And when you turned it back on, it didn't turn back on again, right?
Yeah. When I came in this morning, the computer didn't turn on. No.
I see. So just so you know, I am part of this new team at Motiva called the co-routing team. My job is to make sure that you have someone available to work with you and to resolve the issue as soon as possible. Would it be okay if I see who's available to get you on the phone with?
Yeah, I'm in no rush, but I would like to get it done relatively quickly. So, yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Yep.
So just give me a quick second. Is it okay if I put you on a brief hold?
Sure, no problem.
All right. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I don't need to put you on a hold. That's how good we are. I actually have Patrick on the phone, and he will be available to pick up this call. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, that's it.
Wonderful. So just give me a quick second. I'm going to put you on a brief hold, and he will pick you up, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So now I created the ticket, right? And by the way, I don't know if you were looking a little bit here on IT Glue, Patrick, because there are many clients that you will find certain information about them located within IT Glue. Like this, help this company as soon as possible. When you click on that document, you'll find more information, right, about that customer. When you look at the actual customer itself, it tells you what they do, who's the owner, who's the partners, who you should be. If I have Anthony DeFidi on the phone, obviously I'm gonna have a different conversation that if I had a regular employee, right, this is the owner of the company. Here on big sign here is telling you that she's the office manager. You gotta communicate with her. So that means that if you're talking to Anthony, she's gotta know as well because she's gonna come after you to find out. So stay communicated with them at all times. So you got a lot of information here at the tip of your fingers while you're speaking to your customer, right? So if you have that information, when I turn around and tell Patrick, hey Patrick, I got what's his name on the phone? Austin's on the phone. His computer's not turning on. They turn him off at night, but it's not turning on right now. And by the way, he's the owner of TCE, so be gentle with it, right? When you get into that phone call, Patrick, your conversation with that customer has to be very, very finesse, right? Hey, Mr. DeFiti, I apologize for your computer not turning on. My peer has briefed me on the issue. I'm going to resolve it as soon as I can. Is that okay? Yes, it's okay. Wonderful. So tell me a little bit about the lights in front of the computer. You go through the computer troubleshooting 101, right? And if there's a document on IT Glue, if you don't know it, a lot of these documents on IT Glue. Have you gone through the training with IT Glue?
Yes, I've been, checking documents as well.
So you know that there are service desk issues here. Like if they were calling about an AMS 360 issue, you go right here and you see the issue that you have to deal with, right? So all those things. And by the way, computer shutdown, right? Is there a document for that? Maybe, maybe not.
Can I give them a suggestion?
Yep.
A guy I knew one time told me this, and I think it rings true for sales and most importantly for operations and customer service, but he said the environment that you create determines the product that you deliver. So essentially, the environment you're creating on the phone, meaning how you empathize with the client, how responsive you are to the client's needs. If you're, reading back to them exactly what the issue is, determines the quality of the product that they feel that they're getting at the end of the day. So, pretty much, you're doing both of those things. You guys are the environment and you are the product. So, you have a lot of responsibility and you are the voice of operations. So that's a big deal. And you just have to be mindful of that and, do whatever you can to satisfy their needs respectfully, professionally, and, maybe showcase your own personality within it, but also stay within the guidelines of the script. But that's all I wanted to say, really, was the environment you create determines the product you deliver. I think it rings true, so, yeah.
Very important. Thank you. So, Patrick, up until this point, Caroline, are you guys 100% clear of the expectation?
Yes.
Patrick?
Yes.
So now Patrick takes over, right? So we're going to go to the second part of the phone call, which is the handoff. Yeah, and now we're going to go through the second part of the phone call, which is where I actually troubleshoot Austin. Okay, so I'm going to role play it. I'm going to role play it myself. Austin just stepped out. So I'm going to role play it real quick. And now, Caroline, you turn around, you say, hey, Patrick, I got Austin on the phone. The ticket is assigned to you. They got a problem with their computer. The monitor's having an issue, okay? And I don't want that on Slack. I want that a quick turnaround, okay? Quick turnaround, tell them, go back, because you're going to get more calls, right?
Okay. Yes.
So now Patrick has this ticket, okay? He's going to open it up. And by the way, Patrick, we are working, my recommendation to you, Patrick, will be that you have this open. I use either my calendar. I don't know how you're keeping your pods, and I can show you this offline about your pods. Sorry, my computer's a little wacky tobacky. So if you look at this, I don't know if you work on my today or if you work off of my calendar. I usually work, if I'm doing service tickets, I'm doing it off of my calendar, and sometimes I even do my today. So if Caroline assigned you a ticket, right, if this ticket was assigned to me, let's say this ticket was assigned to me, right? I'm just gonna pretend that it's you, okay?
Yes.
So Caroline's gonna come and she's gonna assign it to you right now at 4 p.m., okay? And the default time is a half hour, but that's okay. So I'm gonna save that, right? And if I'm working on my today, again, I went to my favorites, my calendar, and the tabs that I usually have open in ConnectWise are my calendar, my service board, and my new ticket, new service ticket. Those are the three tabs I have open in Chrome. So you may want to take note of that and have those open. But if you look
Yes.
here, that ticket does not appear yet, right? It's not here yet. But if I click on refresh here, there's the ticket. You see it?
Right. Yes.
So now I can go here under options, and I could do enter time from here. I can open the ticket for, all I did is right click on it. I can edit the schedule entry, or I can mark it as completed, whatever. So I'm gonna quickly go into open the ticket. So now I see everything that was under the discussion. I'm seeing here that Austin is unable to turn on the computer, right? So with this information, I'm ready to pick up the phone. You with me so far?
Yes, I am.
So now I go and I said, "Hi, Austin. Thanks for holding. My name is Patrick, and I am part of the technical team here at Motiva. I understand that you're having a problem with your computer not turning on. Is it okay if we do some sort of troubleshooting?" And then Austin will say, "Yes, please." And then I start, "Okay, so allow me one moment. And I'm gonna, there are many things that you could do with this ticket, obviously, right? If it's a customer, you might be able to actually see the configuration. In other words, you will be able to see which of his computers this is actually attached to, right? So, and these show up the computers in the company. The other thing that I normally have open, I'm not a technician, so I don't have these things right now open, but you should always have open your ConnectWise Automate, formerly known as LabTech. Why? Because if you're troubleshooting a computer, you may need to know what type of computer it is and everything else. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes.
So, and by the way, if I am looking at Austin, let's say I'm looking at a real customer. I want to show you a real customer. When you look at a real customer, right?
Yeah.
And you open ConnectWise Manage, you can actually see the assets that this customer has had in the past. So let me just take a look. And again, I don't have these set up. Give me one sec. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Sure.
Hey, Freddie? Yeah. You have a second? Sure. Hang on 1 second, guys.